Oh, it was daylight savings.
Man, it's only 27 minutes on my phone.
Right.
I didn't get a chance to charge it.
27%?
Yeah.
Oh, you'll be fine, dude.
It was daylight savings last
You
night?
didn't confirm your clock yet.
Huh? I did. What is this? No, fuck that. I clocked out
Okay.
when I was supposed to.
I'm just trying to help, bro.
No,
You
I
get
understand.
mad at me?
I don't get mad. You won't like me if I get mad.
Where the fuck is your YouTube?
What? Who are you looking for?
YouTube.
Get it here. You usually find it all the time. What's the problem with
I
that?
don't know. It looks like a different phone.
Same fucking phone, dude.
Same fucking phone, he says.
Rudy and the Spreaders.
Oh, there it is. I didn't go far enough over.
Exactly.
Shit, it's... So, I've had a job.
Yeah?
Yeah, I lasted 2.5 days.
Where at? What were you doing?
I went and worked at the Jeter.
The Jeter. Where was the
You know the
Jeter?
Save-A-Lot down there?
Yeah?
That's
okay, that's the
converted?
Jeter?
That's the Jeter building.
Okay.
The same lot right there on 8 Mile?
Yeah, the one that was a Save-A-Lot. It's not
Yeah,
a
is that
Save-A-Lot.
where it
Well,
is?
was
Yeah.
it also, wasn't it,
That same lot was there for
it
about
was
3
an
weeks.
Aldi, too.
No, it never was an Aldi. I'd have gone to it.
No, there was an Aldi on 8
No.
Mile right there.
No, the Aldi's down the fucking road, down fucking by
There
Wyoming.
was an Aldi right there.
No.
I know for a fact
Right where?
there was. On the corner, well, offset the corner of DeQuinder and 8 Mile.
I never seen no Aldi there.
It was like 4 years ago.
Oh, okay. It's not there now.
No, it was only there for like a year.
Okay.
They were awfully close together, weren't they? Maybe that's why.
No, the same. It turned into the Save-A-Lot.
Yeah.
Or
I'm pretty sure it was a Save-A-Lot.
It was
But the
Save-A-Lot.
Save-A-Lot was only there a couple of 3 months. It wasn't there long.
Yeah, it didn't
Yeah.
last very long. Anyways, yeah, I didn't make it. Them things are bad.
What?
Like
Oh,
the Jeters are fucking gross.
yeah. So they grow for all Jeter, or is
Dude.
that specifically Green Farm?
They don't.
Somebody's
bring
growing
any-
weed. Somebody's growing weed right there just before you get to 9 Mile off of DeQuinder. I was driving along and the smell of weed hit me so strong.
Oh, 9 Mile de Quinder?
Yeah, that
I know
gray
who's
building
I know
on the
who's
right.
doing it.
Oh, okay. Well, the smell is
See that stuff right there?
good.
The weed that's in the bag.
Yeah.
That's from there.
Man, the smell
Anyways,
is kicking.
no, they don't. They don't grow weed. Jeter's not a weed. They're a weed processor.
Oh, well, process it.
They stopped growing weed because the weed that they were growing sucked, and they started just buying other people's shitty weed and infusing the fuck out of it.
Yeah. Okay. So that's the shit my sister's always buying.
The little halfies.
She loves infused
Oh my
shit,
god, it's
caviar,
so
and
fucking gross.
I think it tastes like fucking shit, but that's me.
Yeah.
I think I've tasted one good weed from a dispo. You know, my sister, she gets like 4 or 5 different kinds every time she goes. And
I don't know how she gets high.
I don't either. She smokes out of a one hitter.
Oh, she don't.
She
get
just,
high.
yeah, I don't get it.
She's getting a buzz.
Yes, I guess,
But she wouldn't be buying it if she wasn't getting at least a buzz.
I don't know. I don't really get a buzz, but I still smoke fucking dabs. It's habitual. It's like I get like 30 seconds of lightheadedness when I take my dab. That's about it.
You're still dabbing, huh?
Huh?
They
Yeah.
infuse it with live rosin, terpenes, and THCA crystallate.
Yeah, I hate THCA.
That's what they infuse it with. I already talked about it on the show the other day.
So why? Yeah, why?
Why'd I quit?
Yeah.
Don't beat a dead horse.
I quit because basically the science officer knew less about cannabis than what you know. She didn't know the basics of the fucking. She basically didn't know the basics of the fucking science of cannabis. Like, she didn't know that there was 3 cannabis species.
Yeah, why did she take the job?
I can't. She got a degree. They're not gonna give me her job.
She's got a degree in what, botany?
I don't fucking know. But they're not giving me her job. Again, she didn't write the shit. I put money on it. She just shows up and they give her something to say. And she
Yeah,
says,
they give her a checklist or a little,
because again, they don't grow weed,
Yeah.
so they used to, but they sucked at it. So,
No, that's the funniest thing.
but
That's
the science officer fucked me up, man. She bothered me
How
not
we-
knowing it.
feel about sommeliers lately, like
Sommelier,
Yeah.
wine sommeliers.
yeah, I'm just like it's just so opinion based. I'm like, so your
I
job
mean,
is
it
just
is.
to like give your fucking opinion.
I mean, it is.
Like,
What do you think it is?
yeah, but I mean it's I don't know. I guess that's cool if you have the same like palate as them.
Well, that's the thing. They're the ones that have the good palate.
Hopefully.
Oh, that's what they say.
I see this one guy who he's like a wine. I don't know. He's got to be a sommelier, but he's like a distributor. And he's been at like every fucking place that I've ever worked that sells wine. Like he's like a door-to-door salesman. And that guy, I've seen his progression over the years, and like he's definitely like full on slosh all the time, rosy cheeks, big red nose. And I'm like, does this guy taste anything anymore?
My friend, he was in my band. He retired and moved up to Upper Peninsula. He was a sommelier for about 40 years. He knew everything about wine. He could tell you where the shit came from by just tasting.
Yeah, well, that's
That's how
the
good he
important
was.
thing, you know, the region and knowing the
So how
season.
do we do that
How do we do that?
with
What?
weed? Because again, there's a market out there of people who are like us that won't smoke the shit that's
To
infused.
be a weed snob?
Not a weed snob, but to be
What's
able
the
to
body?
sell
An
deadhead.
influencer?
A weed
To be able to
sommelier.
sell deadhead for the proper price. I can only get 5 ounces per plant. The reason why the wine is expensive is because it only comes from one spot on the planet. You can't grow it anywhere else and get the same fucking flavor. You can't process it anywhere else and get the same flavors. It's just how wine works. Why whiskey has
Not
different...
just that, it's illegal to do it. Did you know that?
It's not illegal to grow grapes, is it?
If you try to call it a certain thing, it's
Oh.
like a brand name or something.
Yeah, like champagne has to come from champagne.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Different brand, like the, yeah, I get that. Yeah. But I'm talking
That's
more.
why you have to like, you almost have to like travel and like create genres.
Genres.
Yeah, you know, like Detroit weed has a different flavor profile than California weed.
Does it though?
Sure.
How?
Well, California.
Different climate,
Grown
different
outside,
soil.
Yeah,
No. Most of California weed's grown inside.
really.
That's not true.
I
You
thought
are
it was
wrong.
Mostly grown outside.
Because it is in Humboldt County.
Yeah, I know.
Hold on, it is in Humboldt County, but the shit that's grown in LA and everywhere else, there's not fucking land like that, dude. They're in
Well,
buildings.
Yeah, but you know, they grow up where there's land. And they transport.
Indoor gets way more money than outdoor, any given day. There's very few outdoor things,
Well, it's more control. Yeah.
minus the fucking
More-
Humboldt County shit,
Thank you.
minus that stuff. The rest of outdoor is worth fucking $50 an ounce.
I know a kid
I don't know
who
about
went,
that.
He went
Most
to
of it is.
California and worked on a big giant.
Well, I haven't lived in
outdoor
California in a
grow.
while, so I can't really speak on it.
You could grow outside. You might as well grow outside for edibles oils, waxes.
Well, I think that's what they do.
Yeah.
They turn a lot of that shit into edibles.
Yes,
and
that's what you want to do with
hash
it.
and-
Well, you know what they have, like in Thailand, it's not indoors, but it's covered. But it's not indoors where you
Yeah.
control
Yeah,
the
but-
climate.
LA's different. There's not a lot of farmland in farmland's super expensive in California.
Land period.
Land period, yes, but warehouses are cheaper than farmland. And it's safer.
Yeah, well, but see, yeah, now that it's legal, yeah, but when it was illegal, they couldn't have a big building.
Really, dude? Well,
No,
hold on, when it was...
because the helicopters were flying over all the time.
Yeah, you're right. You got to call 313-855-5179.
What's the number? No. Fuck that. That's this chick that's been trying to get me to.
Pump.
I don't know. She-
Girl.
I really like you a lot, and I think we could have a good time together. And blah, 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 blah. In the meantime,
You say, bitch, I'm 70.
I ain't looking for. She knows how old I am. I ain't looking for none of that kind of shit.
So I was listening to this lady talk. Their studies are showing if you actually work out and do things properly, you don't start decaying. Like you don't really start. You flatline at a certain point, but you don't start decaying until you're in your mid-70s.
What do you mean decaying? Like,
not being able to do things that you used to do.
Even, but not again. If you don't do shit, then yes, you fall off faster. But if you keep your routines,
yeah.
you still slowly, eventually go down.
That's why retirement is so hard on some people. Like people that had their routine and then they just stop and stay home. You know.
They really got nothing to do.
Yeah.
They don't have real hobbies. Oh, speaking of that, I also am waiting for an email for the post office. I went and got fingerprinted
Oh,
out in Rochester.
that's insane.
$20 an hour
That's pretty insane.
Is that all it pays?
to start. Yeah,
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Right. That's the start. You're right. Because I know it pays more than that.
to start, and then when you get on, it's like the low end is 23, the high end is
Yeah,
up there.
35 and shit like that.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
The point is a year of that, I should have enough to either do one of two things: open a fucking facility, not a facility, open a pizza. Because again, I want to do this, but there's no way we can do this here. And even if we took it to fucking Oklahoma,
What?
because okay, so
Why?
there's two fucking states in this country where you can go and you can spend $1,000 for a license and you can grow as much as you want.
Okay.
That's Washington and Oklahoma.
Washington State.
Yes, not Washington D.C. Washington State for sure. The problem is that's the cost. Like it's $1,000, but
That
it's,
ain't nothing.
it ain't nothing. But then it's still $200,000 for the uproot and move
Yeah.
to get there, and then you got to really build your market. Then it's how crowded is it? It's not even a crowded that's the problem. It's just here feels more comfortable, so it'd be easier for me to. I don't know. I think it'd just be easier here than it would be there. I don't know if that's true or not, but in my head, that's how it works. For one, I don't want to live in fucking Oklahoma. Oklahoma sucks.
Yeah, it does.
And Washington is expensive. So I don't want to live in fucking Washington either.
It's beautiful though.
It is.
It is absolutely stunning.
Doesn't it rain a lot too?
It rains, yeah, it rains. They have a rainy season
Yeah, that makes sense.
because of the mountains.
I don't know. I like Michigan.
Coming up,
And job opportunities and
when I flew back from Alaska, we landed in Seattle, and it was just absolutely beautiful when we landed. I was like, look at this shit.
job opportunities in Denver, but fuck that. I don't want to live in fucking Colorado.
What's
Colorado's
Denver?
beautiful,
I
man.
know it's beautiful, but man, I don't want to go there.
Always go where you want to go.
Yeah, well, I mean, mainly like the male to female ratio in Colorado in general is just like really fucked.
Is it?
Yeah, there's like 1 woman to every 8 men.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's fucked.
Yeah.
You have to be you have to be on top of your game to get a woman.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Cuts like I'm not on top of my game right now.
no.
When I was in Alaska, it was 20 men to every 1 woman.
Shit.
I had 2 girlfriends. And the guys, we had this big, super long mobile home. It had 5 bedrooms. So it was me and 7 guys living there.
If I want to go to Nebraska or someplace where all the men go to the military and the daughters stay home on the farm.
Nebraska. I lived there too.
I don't think that's how it works there.
I like to dream about that.
For one, you have to worry about the meth.
Well,
The meth.
I'm
meth
thinking
is
of
huge in
Dukes of
Nebraska.
Hazzard.
Yeah, but I mean, you don't have to
scenarios.
worry about it.
Yeah, you do. The meth heads are real.
Yes. They're real everywhere, though. Shit.
They're not as bad as they are in Nebraska. Nebraska is like,
It's like
And
Ohio.
most of those, most of the ones you're talking about live in the rural areas.
Uh-huh.
In the little teeny cities of like 2,000 or 5,000.
Shit to do
They try to do that shit in Lincoln or Omaha, they'd be busted quickly. Quickly. 'Cause those are
they still
university.
sell it there.
Those are university towns.
They still
So the
sell it
police,
there.
you got 4 or 5 different branches of police. I'm telling you, man, I've been 3 places where the military was flying helicopters over looking for weed. In Nebraska, they did it, and I almost got busted. In Nebraska, they did it. In Alaska, they did it, and in Virginia.
Yeah.
Oh, Virginia, man, I was sitting on the porch with my cousin. My cousin. We were talking. All of a sudden, I heard boom, 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 boom. And my cousin said, "Oh, here they come." We looked up, and these Huey, like military helicopters, and these guys were hanging on ropes. The helicopter was going,
Yeah.
and it was like maybe 5 guys on each rope, and
Wasting fucking money, man.
we could see
I've
them.
seen them do it down the whole road.
We could see them dropping off the ropes.
Yeah.
And my cousin said, "Must be a marijuana field over there."
Or
Was it?
moonshine.
No,
Either one.
no, it wouldn't. No, they don't use the military for moonshine.
No,
So
they use different things for moonshine.
so we saw all these trucks going back and forth, back and forth. My cousin said, "Yeah, they're getting all that weed. They're gonna burn it." I said, "Oh, yeah." He said, "Yeah." He said, "Come around nightfall, we're gonna go on a mission." That's what he told me.
Go
and we
find
did.
out where it's burning.
No, they can't get all of it. They don't drop some. We saw some of it dropping from the helicopter. So they don't clean up everything.
Yeah, I know, they're sloppy as shit.
Me and my cousin went over there and got about a couple of ounces.
Damn.
And they can grow good weed in Virginia too. When I was in Virginia, man, they had some really, I think it's because Washington D.C. so close. They had some really good fucking weed. But when I used to live there, they didn't. I had to come to Detroit to get my weed.
Do you think
Do I think what? You
like
stop.
how many years before it's, because again we're talking prohibition wasn't nearly as long for alcohol as it was for cannabis. So how long after this before it normalizes like alcohol?
As long as you got conservative Republicans, it ain't going to happen for a long time. They don't be that relaxed. Especially in the red states, they ain't going for that shit. I'm not saying they don't smoke down there, but it's not no abundance.
Yeah, there's always going to be, like, even think about, like, Gabe's, like, hates fucking weed. Like, there's always going to be
You know
people
why he
that
hates
hate
weed?
because he smoked one time and...
No, because his fucking friend was a fucking crackhead, and his friend happened to smoke weed and fucked him over on the truck.
Yeah.
That's why he doesn't like weed. He doesn't actually know anything about it. And on top of that, he comes from a place where they demonized it.
Oh, yeah. Well,
like they did here. Like the only reason I like it is because of Joe Rogan. Well, no, I liked it because when I was young, I liked it. It was the one thing that actually worked for me that didn't fuck me up the next day. But like, Joe Rogan got me over the fucking paranoia that was instilled into my fucking head from a child.
I don't know. Like it's one of those weird things because my whole life I was like from say 14, 15 to the last couple of years, I was like, man, I can't imagine ever not smoking weed. And like now I'm like, I mean, I could leave it, like it would suck, but like I could not smoke.
I mean,
No, I gotta smoke. I got to smoke. I moved to new cities where I didn't know anybody, and I went down there crazy until I found some weed. I was walking around like a fucking ghost.
Well, I used to get like that, but now it's
but
just,
you know what the issue is though? I don't think I would smoke if, like, say, God forbid, knock on some wood over there for me. Not too loud. But God forbid something happened where I lost all this and I am not able to grow my own weed. I don't know if I'd smoke. I don't know if I could find weed that would
You
actually...
would
that
smoke.
you would enjoy.
You would
Yeah.
smoke. You would find.
Well, shit, I was even thinking about that.
Especially nowadays. Come on, man. Weed's everywhere.
But it's so hard. Like, you go to dispensaries and it's such a waste of money.
I was
Well, it's
thinking.
still black market, you know that.
Yeah, but I don't know anybody in the black market.
Oh.
That's the thing. I never really have.
Oh.
I knew me, Lou, and like you,
Right.
but like that's it. What am I buy Dude's weed or Bob's weed? You know,
No.
Bob and Dude. I don't want his fucking weed. His weed sucks too. Sorry, Bob. And rest in peace, Dude.
Bob and Dude. Whatever happened to Bob?
I'm sure he went on with his life. He was in bands and shit.
His wife ran him.
I only talked to him because of Dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't not like him. He was a good dude, but
No, he was cool. He was cool.
yeah, if I saw him, I'd be like, "Hey,
He's a
dude,
look-
smoke this."
A little bit overly moral, but he's a good dude.
A weird moral compass too.
Yeah, but he was a good dude. Because hardly anybody comes to that club. There's only about maybe 8 or 9 people, 10 at the most. Michelle, you know, she wants everybody to come. They ain't doing shit. What?
What on Fridays?
Yeah, they don't do shit.
I might go up there during the spring.
Yeah, when it gets warmer and stuff, yeah, it might be better then. I was thinking about renting that place and having an event because they got that outdoor area.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a good place to rent and have they smoke cannabis in there.
I know.
So,
It's a private place, just like
well, that's what I'm trying to
the
say.
3rd. They're doing another competition.
On the 3rd.
Yeah.
Is that a Friday?
Yeah. It's supposed to be. I don't actually know. It might not be. I think they screwed up.
What do you mean?
Unless he did it on a Thursday.
It don't make no difference what day they do it. People are going to show up.
It is on a Thursday.
Cool.
Alright.
I'll have to get up the next morning and go to work.
That's it.
That works good for me. I can hang. Because I want to do some more networking. Get some more subscribers. I got 3 of them at that time.
Okay.
I mean, the guys went on their phone, and so they were on our thing, and they subscribed.
Yeah, I saw it. I mean, I only saw one. One showed up, but... And I'm sure he unsubscribed when we told him his weed sucked.
So who did we suck?
That guy. The dude we bought the weed from out there. We got the 2 samples. We tried one there. And
Oh. Well, I mean, that's just one guy. You know what I mean? If your weed sucks, it sucks for us. It might not suck for somebody
So
else.
we went to the dispensary the other day.
Yeah.
That was horrible.
This girl that was working with me at fucking... So they did 2 weeks of training, and they put... The first week they had everybody that was coming in, all new hires. Security, production, processing, whatever. labeling, it didn't matter. You were in the basic thing.
Oh, they have security?
Yeah. I
Oh,
told
shit.
you. Armed guards, $19 an hour. But you got to work full time.
Okay.
And the smell.
What is full time?
40 hours a week.
Yeah, okay, that's 8 hours a day. That ain't shit.
Yeah, I know. They're looking for third shift, actually.
Third shift what time?
9 to 5.
9 in the morning to 5 in the evening?
No, 9.
9 in the evening to 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yes.
That ain't bad. But I'm where I am now, and I'm not going to change. Well,
So-
that is paying more than I'm making now.
This girl, basically, that was on my crew, because they split us up in groups or whatever.
Okay.
She was on our crew, and she told me, he got to meet her. She told me that her place had good weed. It's like fresh. They get good weed. They got their own weed.
Where?
The High Club? Is that what it's called?
High Club.
It's down
yeah.
on fucking.
Yeah, it's on, right off of Linden in Wyoming.
Yeah.
Linden and Wyoming. Okay.
Yes. So I send him. He comes back with a sample.
She wasn't a bad looking girl either.
No, she's cute. Permanent. I think she's gay. She
I do too.
She's
That's,
definitely talking about.
that's the
I think-
vibe I got.
I think she was mad that her best friend fucked her girlfriend, or her brother fucked her girlfriend, or something like that.
Although I
She
got the
said
vibe immediately that
Yeah.
she was, you know.
Yeah, so did I. But the way she said something about, again, they constantly say don't talk about sex because you don't know who you're gonna offend. The whole group might be okay with it that you're talking to, but someone might walk by and get offended. Then we got to deal with it.
That's so stupid.
I mean, that's the way it is.
We're living in the Middle Ages? What the fuck?
Well,
That's dumb as fuck.
It's the opposite of the 60s.
The best thing you do, you know what people need to do?
Hold on, I don't know
Mind their own business.
I don't know what the fuck you all have been living and working, but unless I was working in the kitchen, and even in the kitchen, there was still times I had to keep my fucking when you're
always have
working,
to
you
keep
have to
my
be
mouth
respectful of the people you're working with.
I don't
Yeah, but
even
this
fucking
is-
say anything, and I
but what's
fucking got in
disrespectful?
trouble.
Everybody has a different
That's my
idea
point.
of what it is.
I understand that, but you have to have some quorum to say, okay, well, I'm not going to talk about ass fucking some girl.
I don't do that, so.
Well, that's my
You
point.
wouldn't hear me talking about
Me
it.
Well,
either,
somebody-
but there are people who get into
Yeah.
that shit. Like, I don't I've never
What?
even when we were young, when dudes be like, oh, look at that chick, as we're walking
What?
by some girl with an ass, and I'm like, I just don't feel that way.
For example, when we worked at Frame, there was a couple of guys that would always be talking about their sexual exploits of the prior evening with
Oh.
each other.
Usually dudes are
Like
Fuck.
three different people would always be talking about it. I'm not gonna,
Usually people that brag about shit like that, a lot of times
Oh.
are just lying.
but you know, like just.
I mean, again, it
But
depends
that's
on the group
kind of
you're
how
with.
gay guys are. They're like, yeah,
Well,
clapping
also,
those cheeks last
I also
night.
did I also not say restaurants
Yeah,
besides restaurants, because restaurants are a different beast.
yeah, but it's
People who work in restaurants aren't the same people who work in corporate or work in fucking factories and shit like that. Well, some factories have some, shit like that. But
Excuse me, I'm sorry. Weed.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Weed.
oh,
What are you doing, man?
I'm looking something up, dude.
so you mentioned Rogan. I don't know if you still watch him, but Bill Murray was on. I love Bill Murray, and it was cool to see Rogan actually starstruck. You know, he was like, that's your like childhood idol.
Who was on there?
Bill Murray.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was cool. It was a good episode to watch. But like, He had some good ones. He had Woody Harrelson on there too.
He's been on this several times.
Oh, has he?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I seen Woody back in the day.
Well, he was on there like day or two before.
They've all smoked together and shit.
I don't know. I just.
You don't watch him anymore just because you don't.
I mean,
Want
dude, I don't
to
like hypocrites, dude.
Me either.
I don't fucking like hypocrites, man. I don't like people who. Okay.
Give you one impression.
He went from one place to another, and he's complaining about the other place. Yet the only reason he's able to move from one place to another is because of that place. Like, if it wasn't for LA being what LA is, and the city and things like that, Joe Rogan doesn't become Joe Rogan.
He would
Like,
he would have been an unknown.
Yeah, he got TV a job. If he doesn't get that first TV spot,
Yeah, that's him on his way.
he doesn't do shit. He doesn't become UFC guy. He doesn't become like any of that shit.
He was doing stand-up, but he wasn't doing a leading stand-up.
No, when he was
back then.
he sucked at it like everyone else.
Yeah, he's back then.
He was
learning his
stand
chop.
up and mixed martial arts.
No, he gave up the mixed martial arts to do the stand-up, and then was doing the stand-up, and then got that fucking job quick.
The stand-up got him rich.
No, the stand-up didn't get him rich. Well, yes.
Yes.
What?
No, what got him
That
rich?
was the
radio?
introduction into comedy. Is all I'm saying.
Hold on. He did stand-up, but he didn't make shit for stand-up, and then he went and got that, talk radio. The TV show.
Yeah.
Syndicate money.
Yeah, NBC.
Yes, and then he got
4 years, so then.
But then he got the show after that, the one where they fucking ate.
Fear Factor.
Fear Factor. That was like 7 years.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you add in the UFC
Fear
money.
Factor, some more bullshit.
And then he started making real good money off his podcast and stuff like that, and then his comedy career. Because again, people knew who he was, but
he's a decent comic, but he's not.
People didn't even know he was a comic.
But he's decent
until his podcast.
Okay.
That's the thing. His podcast turned people onto his comedy.
So I'm just like. So you don't like that he bitches about California?
No, I don't like that he.
I don't like that he endorsed Trump and was a Trumper. That's
I don't like that he.
Because he stands for certain things that he used to didn't stand for. He's changed.
No, that's the thing. He doesn't stand for anything. That's the problem. He says he stands for one thing, but obviously he doesn't if he votes for the other. Because you don't vote for somebody if you stand for certain things you say you stand for. And the point
that's true.
He's changed. The things he says are different. If you listen to his older shows, he's more humble. He's more realistic. He's more, how you say, grounded. Now he sounds like a rich dick that hasn't lived in the fucking real world
You're a rich dick.
40 fucking years, which is true. Because he has been financially stable for 40 fucking years. And he said that in his podcast when he was young. He's like, being financially stable helped me do my comedy, do the things I wanted to do, and build and grow and fail and all that other stuff. So again, he's lost touch of the real world because he was a normal person, and now he's a fucking 100 millionaire. That's a different world.
Well, it's not even the money to me, it's the influence more than even the money.
Which is by the money.
So I'm just saying.
So let me
make all the money you want to make. Just have the right morals is all I'm saying.
So like, let's correlate it to like music. Like, let's fucking. I don't want to answer that.
I mean, you can correlate it to music. Let's go with Eminem.
I was gonna say.
I just heard Eminem's "Don't Give a Fuck" played on my fucking playlist earlier. You know what I'm talking about? Off the first album. Yeah, it's like a whole dude.
Yeah.
Listening to him rapping that, you're like, he is a kid, and then now you hear him, and it's like, I don't want to listen to Eminem because he's still fucking angry. He's still the angry kid.
Okay. Yeah, he has evolved. He has evolved.
But he hasn't evolved in a good way.
I get what you're saying, but I was going to say the more cliche thing, where back in the old days, a band would put out a good first, second, third album, and then they would get money, and then they'd be popular, and then their like next fucking 5 albums are ass trash, but they're still on these huge arena tours, sucking it up. But like, can you be mad at them for like being out of touch and like the only thing that they do is
obviously
tour?
Obviously, they're not out of touch.
For one,
they got people coming to see them, so they're not out of touch.
Well, sure,
but it's just people who want to see the old stuff.
Yeah.
Well, those are people.
I know.
What the fuck are you talking about?
It's more to do with.
That's what I'm saying. Like, do you hate on Rogan for like being in his like?
I hate on Rogan.
Hits phase.
You want to? No, you know what? It's not that he's in his greatest hits phase. It's that he's turned into a. How you say? What is the fucking word I'm looking for? It's a word. It's a.
I was never a Rogan.
Personal liability type person. Like he's got that. Again, he used to talk as if he understood that the world is just fucked, and now he's winning. So the world's not fucked. There's nothing wrong with it, except for the fact that some people are trying to tell some people not to speak.
Well, I think
which is all
that's the
bullshit
wrong way
too.
to look at the world. The world's not fucked. The world's perfect. We're just the problem. Like, you know,
I guess you could say that.
really, the world is perfect. The humans are the problem.
You mean nature is perfect?
Yes.
Nature is, well, the world, yes, the world.
I get that.
Life, existence as we know it, you know. The only thing that the problem is us.
We're killing each other. We're
Well,
killing each other over and over again. Haven't learned in 3,000 years that murder's sin.
but that's called all because we feel.
But they're super religious. Oh, Jesus Christ this, Jesus Christ that, and they're out blowing people up and.
Yeah, they don't want any of that. I don't know. He's changed. That's all I can say. When he talks now, it's not the same. He doesn't really question things.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think he stands up to people, especially the people he wants. Because again, there's a lot of shit he just wants to believe. He believes a lot of shit. Because again, he's at the top now. He's in that class that basically runs around saying that they're fucking being censored when they're the most fucking watched people there is. Because that's how you get people to watch you. You say that people are trying to stop you from watching me, so watch me.
Well, he's been off the censoring thing, like since Trump won. He hasn't been talking about
A simulation.
He's talking about he talks about how they saved, speech, with them.
What the fuck? That's my point. Shut the fuck up. You're so full of shit. That's such a bullshit fucking argument. The dudes. It's like Fox News saying they're not the fucking mainstream media. You are watched by 51% of the population. That means you are mainstream compared to the other two.
It's a simulation.
Like lately, like
what?
To me, I feel like the Trump people still hate Trump, and then
what?
Not the Trump the Democrats still hate Trump, but like the Republicans or like the Trump people, they're just like sitting back.
It's all a simulation.
They're happy with like the way things are going. Hold on, let me answer this one, bitch.
Don't get hung up in this shit, man.
Yeah, what the fuck you
Live
want?
your life, enjoy yourself in your life.
Yeah,
Help people that you can help, and that's all you can do. Spread goodwill.
Yeah.
I guess fried rice. I don't know.
I don't try to change nobody's religious beliefs. None of that stuff. I'm not trying to change anybody's political beliefs. Believe what you believe. Do what you do.
I text you back. I'll do.
Yep. If you have questions, I'll answer what I can answer. But I'm not gonna influence you.
Man, I'm not gonna hate nobody. You do what you do, and I do what I do. Now you might want to try to hate me, but I'm not gonna hate you.
Well, see, that's the thing. I feel like everybody hates Trump and like so much, and I'm like why hate this guy? He's just like trying to.
Did you not see the goddamn vitriol towards the other guy?
Who?
Coming from the other side?
What are you talking about? The Ukraine.
I mean, no, the
Zelensky?
fuck Joe Biden shit that was happening when he was president. Again, disliking the president is not a problem. For one, I think Trump's stealing it's just a shice.
I mean, I didn't.
It's a goddamn shice. It's been a shice the whole time.
I just
The whole reason he does all of this is so that he can put money in his pocket
And stay out of jail.
and be in front of that fucking TV, and he thinks everyone's watching him.
And play golf.
It's
You gotta
all
play
he
golf,
wants
too.
to do.
You gotta
is
play golf.
he
We
wants to
are
be.
all watching him.
I'm not. I can't watch him. The way he talks, everything comes out. My brain feels fucking dumber, and I feel like I'm actually want to shoot myself in the head because people are watching that, going, "This dude's talking sense."
He's the leader of the free world. He's kind of
No, he's
the most-
not.
He's kind of
No,
the
he's
most
not.
important man that
No, he's
on the
not.
planet right now.
The rest of the world's laughing at that motherfucker.
Yeah,
All these countries, other than maybe Russia, Iran,
If he leaves in
everybody
4
else.
years, if he leaves in 4 years, hopefully we can get something different. But we're not going to. We're going to get the same shit. They're not doing anything different. They're just taking away poor people's shit.
Listen,
The same they have in the last 4 generations.
they're all the same,
The four
Democrat or Republican.
Yes.
They want you to
The
feel.
Democrats are the one that took the jobs and shipped them overseas.
Yeah.
They
And
want
then
you
the
to.
Republicans took the fucking benefits that were supposed to help the people who lost their jobs.
They gave
And
it to the rich
the
people.
opportunities that would have helped them people go from losing their job to upgrading to a
They did,
different.
they did the reverse.
position.
They did the reverse Robin Hood.
So
And they all got richer, and all of us got poorer. It's plain and simple. They're just going to keep getting poorer.
the idea of Doge finding corruption.
There's no Doge is literally straight up corruption. Doge is
you don't
literally
think
a
that
dude
they're
sending-
finding.
Elon Musk is a
Flaws.
fucking moron that
Are you
literally.
hoping that they find flaws?
Well, if they're saving
They're not
us
going to.
money and find corruption,
They're not gonna save
that's-
you money.
they've been.
That's the point
Well,
of that.
how much fraud have they come up with so far?
A good amount of.
No.
No. How much fraud have you heard
That's
that
the
they came up
problem.
with?
They came.
Designated fraud,
Hold on.
not because they said it.
Hold on.
Well,
They
they're
said a
proving
lot.
it right
No,
now.
they're not.
The
They're
numbers.
disproving all of it. Most of it is actually bullshit. Again, they're going to say what they want to say. Trump's going to say whatever the fuck he
Well,
wants without any consequence.
They're trying to find out how cooked the books are.
Cook the books to who? They're the ones that are getting the books.
They're the ones.
You understand that the rich people, Elon Musk, has literally been siphoning
robbing
money
us,
off
dude.
of us.
Well, hold on,
That's-
who's robbing us? We're
Elon.
trillions of dollars in fucking
Which
debt.
went to Elon to blow up rockets.
You know why we're in that much? Wait a minute. You
Think
know,
about that.
Do you know why we're in that much
That
debt?
$1 trillion debt went to Elon
Because
Musk so he could
we
blow up
give
fucking rockets.
countries
No.
money for
Trump.
dumb shit.
Trump.
No, we've been in debt for
Dude.
way longer than Trump
The
was
big-
in office.
I tell you what. Go
He
to
had
the,
it-
go to the
There's been national debt
go
for a
to, on
long
your phone
time.
right now. Go to government information.
Yeah.
And I'll prove you wrong.
Either way,
Let's go
I don't
to
want to
it.
get
I-
into it. The point is it
You
doesn't
can
matter
look
what
up
we.
the national debt by year.
Hold on. The point is, there's no point in talking about it because as long as Elon Musk is involved, Elon Musk, the dumbest person on the planet,
He's a real
the
nut.
dude who has no credibility in anything. He hasn't built shit.
He hasn't invented
Yet everyone
nothing.
thinks he's the smartest man on the planet.
He's not my favorite guy.
Yeah, he's the one doing it. He's a shyster. He's a dude from South Africa that's father made money off of fucking slaves in an apartheid.
Yeah.
And he came here and used Americans the same fucking way.
And he's using us right now.
He's basically,
But these people
that's
too
why he don't
stupid
want
to talk.
unions.
Speak up.
That's why he voted for Trump. You know why he voted for Trump?
No.
No, because again, he didn't vote for Trump the first time.
Wait a
But he
minute.
did this time. You know why? Because Biden didn't invite Tesla to the electric car summit. Because Tesla's not letting unions into their fucking factories. So all those other companies, it was a union
You're
sponsored.
allowed to have political
Hold on.
views based on what's
Hold on.
fundamentally good for you.
No, you're not. That's
Sure.
called a. That no.
Sure you
if it
are.
only benefits you, fuck you then.
It's your view.
No,
It's community.
it's a community.
It's
The
co-
politics
we
are
all
supposed to
pay
be all
tax-
for
Hold on,
this.
Listen,
you're saying
listen,
you
listen.
can't, there is no freedom of choice on who you vote for?
No, that's not what
That's
we're
not what
talking
we're saying.
about.
Well, hold
We're
on.
talking about
Oh,
the fact that the dude
never
is
mind.
only voted. Again, if Biden had given him another $10 million to his company or whatever the fuck it was, he would have voted for Biden. But Biden didn't. So he went to Trump, and Trump said, okay, you can do this Doge thing, which has granted him tons of fucking contracts. Again, every rocket he blows up, we pay for it. We pay for that. It's funding that comes from the government. You know what they could do? They could stop subsidies. Like, watch Jon Stewart. He broke down 15 different things that they could actually stop right now that would save Americans trillions. Most of it was stopping subsidies for big companies, stopping tax breaks for fucking rich douchebags, and things of that nature. But we didn't want
American companies and American businesses.
Again, which are ripping us off.
You want to give them cuts.
No, you don't. They don't. Again, you have this mentality that if you actually
want to give them your bucks.
I'm a nationalist.
You want to give them
What
your
does a
bucks?
nationalist have
What's
to?
that?
You're gonna give them your bucks?
Give them my what? My
Bucks. You just said.
I give them my bucks all the time. I pay taxes.
No, hold on.
We're talking about two different things.
Yes. A corporation is not the fuck. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you completely.
Okay, you lost. You guys lost me on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like.
We're lost in the applesauce.
Yeah, I lost it on that one.
Yeah.
The point is that do a little research on Elon, and
Yeah,
all he's doing
I
is
mean,
shasting us. He's basically just ripping off the government for.
They did a whole.
If that's the case, then he'll go to jail.
No, he won't.
Sure.
How?
Unless he gets a pardon.
He will.
So he won't go to jail.
Again, he's not going to go to jail. No one's going to go to jail. They're all. No one went to jail in 2008. You know what 2008 was? A bunch of rich kids ripping off Americans. That was it. That's all it was. And yet, no one went to jail. That's all we're dealing with now. It's the same fucking thing. That's why Jeff Bezos went, or Elon Musk went from $80 billion to $240 billion in a 10-year period.
I mean,
Did you think about that?
My thing is like.
Oh, hold on. Reaganomics. That's what it is. You believe in Reaganomics still. You think that if you actually give that boss, if your boss got a fucking huge tax cut at that company right now, this one right here, you think he'd give you more money?
No.
Then why the fuck do you give him a tax cut? He's not going to do anything for the community. He's just sucking money out.
Because there'll hopefully be more money put into the things around me to make my life easier.
No, he won't. Why would he do that? Why would he? Again, you hope that he'd give you a new knife. He didn't give you a new knife now. He's made profits now.
Maybe he gets himself a nice new Porsche and he's less of an asshole.
Get the fuck out of here. That's the point. I'm sorry.
Like, I'm cool with that.
All you have to do is no, I'm not. I'm not cool with people fucking acting like they do the work that I do. I'm not cool with people making millions of dollars off of my fucking labor. I'm just not cool with it, man. You have a company. You're working for a company right now that probably profits at least $200 to $500 to maybe $1 million a year, and you do that, and yet you get nothing for it. I've done that. At ER, we were clearing I think the first couple of years it wasn't that much, but near the end it was close to $2 to $5 million every fucking year. That's $2 to $5 million I'm producing because I had my hands on 75% of the fucking labor there.
Man.
So again, why the fuck? You know what I made? In the whole time, I didn't even make. I probably made maybe $105,000 in 7 years. That's fucking ridiculous. That's what our country is. Our country is the people who actually do the work don't get shit.
They get
the people who don't have, literally don't do nothing, get all the fucking benefit.
And well, they got money.
If you can be okay with that, that's fine. But I'm not, and I'm going to bitch about it, and I'm going to call people out for it, and I'm not going to work for you if I think you're a piece of shit like that. Like, I didn't work at fucking down river. That's why I didn't work down there, man. Meeting that guy for the first time, I'm like, I don't want to work for him. Same thing at Jeter. This whole fucking, seeing those 4 dudes that started this place, and the way they talk about the shit, having to hear it 5 times, how they fucking were struggling, like, fuck you, dude. Fuck you, you're driving a Maserati. Go fuck yourself. Don't fucking come at me, you're struggling. Don't, like, you built it, fine, you built it. But all you did, you didn't do it, you didn't invent the light bulb.
So you, alright, do you admire someone like...
I admire Gabe. I don't admire what Gabe did by going and working for these people, but I admire Gabe. I admire you. I admire people who work and actually put effort in to do the shit that I admire some good investments, but at the same time, I only admire them if they understand that what they are is gamblers. If you come at me and tell me that you're actually doing something, then we have a problem. But the reality is you're a gambler, and if you come at me and you come like that, like Bruce. I love Bruce because Bruce doesn't have that aura of I'm better than you. He's a college graduate. He grew up in an area where his dad drove fucking fancy ass cars. He fucking, his dad, he had to pay for his college, so he got humbled. But at the same time, he's been making six figures for the last 10 years, on and off. And yet he's still not out of debt from his fucking college loans.
Yeah, that's another one.
So now let's correlate that to business. You have this big ass company that you put yourself in a shitload of debt to. So like that's your student loan. You're still paying it back even though you're making you buy a big ass building. You're paying it off. Your
what
company.
Does that have to do with anything?
That's just like a student loan, right?
No,
it's not.
Talking about.
No, it's not.
What we're talking about.
How much money you make with your student loan?
They're different.
And how long does it take you to make that money? Look it up. It's in the government thing.
Well, it's not a good idea to go to college.
Hold on. Also, a business can be done under an LLC, and if you fail, you can write it off, and it doesn't affect you. Where a student loan is on your record for life.
True.
You can't go bankrupt either.
There is that.
Yep.
So again, no, which is part of our problem, because in the 70s, 60s, and 70s, going to most the public schools, the public colleges or whatever, like OCC and shit like that, was free. But they took it away. You know why they took it away? Two reasons.
Well,
one, they want people to work in the army.
Now, I don't know if it's still true, but I know that you used to be able to attend college courses. You just didn't get any credibility.
That's not
You
true.
used to
That's
be
not
able.
true.
You used to be able to go.
No, if you're going to college, you're getting points.
You can't go sit in a fucking Michigan college. You can't go sit
used
in a
to be able to.
Well, yeah, you can, but you're not going to get any recognition.
No, yeah, exactly.
You can sit there all day if you
Yeah,
want.
but it's about the knowledge, not the accolades.
The knowledge don't matter. Again,
The accolades don't matter.
Hold on.
The knowledge matters.
You're wrong. We live in a world.
Okay.
Bullshit. Because I
The
literally
knowledge matters.
I
the
literally
accolades
just
don't.
watched a lady tell me the wrong shit about the science of a fucking plant, where she's a leading
Exactly.
scientist.
She's got the accolades.
That's my point.
Not
In
the
this
knowledge.
world,
The knowledge matters.
accolades matter more.
See, a lot of people.
What I'm saying is, in this world, what you think. You think that this is some merit-based bullshit, but the reality is not. She got the job because she went to school, and she probably went to school because her fucking parents paid for it. And with that job, she got it because she had that stupid degree. I can't get that job, even though you and I know that I have way more knowledge than she does of the plant itself. Yet, I have no degree. Barely went to college, so I can't. So again, we don't live in a merit-based economy. We live in a bullshit economy that thinks it's merit-based. That's why it's crazy.
Wait, one quick question.
What?
Did she smoke?
Yes, she smoked. Wait, no, I don't know. I don't think. Yes, she did. The way she said it, she goes, "I don't even smoke the Jeters by myself. I make sure I wait and take those to a party." Like, okay. Anyways, so maybe that was a marketing girl. That might have been a marketing girl. But think about this. It's crazy how the right likes to demonize the actual people who are making money in an actual merit-based system. They always love to hate on basketball players, football players, sports players for all the money they make.
Oh, yeah. I don't believe in that at all. I feel like...
Hold on.
I think that sports should be fucking outlawed, kind of. For the functioning of
So movies should be outlawed.
For the functioning of a healthy society.
So movies should be outlawed.
No, that's art.
Okay?
I'm not saying you can't play sports. I'm saying that it shouldn't be...
Why?
Glorified or paid or...
Neither should movies.
Winning is enough achievement, not...
Again,
Man,
no.
what planet did you come from?
I don't know, dude. Sometimes you craze me up. Again, how do you figure? Sport is the only true thing where you actually have people working in the best to actually get paid, usually. Not always. Sometimes it's the bad
Well,
ones get
sports
paid.
should be like
It should just
mental.
be
It should be
amateur.
part of mental health.
I tell you what you do. Don't
Sports are mental health as far as team building.
don't
so-
talk like this around some Red Wings fans.
Again, why can't people pay? It's the same as a movie. A movie is entertainment. It's a person saying something on a screen, faking shit,
See, I look
making
at it,
shit look
I
like.
look at sports the same way as people look at religion. It's
No, I think it's literally just the same as someone watching a movie. It's entertainment. It's the thing that. Now, do I think sports gambling should be better regulated and there should be a better way of doing it so it's
Oh.
not just ripping off people?
I don't believe in that period.
It
Sports
doesn't matter.
betting.
You can't stop fucking people from doing it.
Yeah, you don't offer it, they can't do it.
Yes, they do.
I said if you don't offer it, they can't do
But
it.
you're gonna do it anyway. Someone's gonna offer it.
well, I mean that's like the same as allowing drugs or cigarettes.
Exactly. You can't ban
It's
them.
you if it's only harming you, if it's your
Yes.
money and your life that you're throwing
But
away.
it needs to be fair. That's where it's not fair. These actual sports books right now aren't fair. They don't they rig the system to make sure that they win, and then they also kick off people who are good.
Gambling.
So if you're actually good at it and you can figure out what the odds and stuff, like, because most people aren't, but some people got an eye, and you start on
Yeah.
a win streak,
Oh, yeah.
they kick your ass off in a second.
the people you're talking about are professional gamblers. They've been gambling since they were 11, 12
Yeah,
years
but
old.
they're-
And there's just,
Professional
sooner or later-
gamblers will tell you they're losers.
they are.
Sooner or later, well, some of them have been big winners.
Oh,
Because they
yeah,
banned them.
they're-
They were giant winners because they banned them from going back to the casinos.
Oh, it's not even the
The guys walked away with 10 million, 20 million. That UF fighting dude, what's his name?
Who?
The head of
fucking.
he was talking about,
Dana White.
he was talking about he lost $1 million in about an hour and a half.
Dude, Drake was betting fucking 1.5 on the fucking Super Bowls and shit. That's crazy, man. These guys are spending like.
So they got the money.
My
They can do
grandfather
that.
lost like $200,000 or something in stocks, and
Which is just
like
gambling
in
shit.
like during the crash, like, and
What,
he,
08?
yeah, he was. I can remember him. Like usually, he just had his guy that like did the shit for him, and like we didn't know anything about it really, but I remember him just like fucking get me the fuck out of this, save my money. Like,
That's the problem. But that's again, all that was rich people stealing from the poor people.
yeah, but he made a lot of money over years off of it.
Doesn't
So,
matter.
he was
It's still
gambling.
no. It wasn't that he
Yeah,
didn't
it
lose
was.
it. He was, but
He didn't lose anything.
Hold on.
Oh,
He lost
yeah.
because the fucking the house rigged the game. He was winning because he was winning his gambling, whatever. Because again, the only way you really win is if you leave it in the fucking market and never take it out.
Yep.
That's the only
Well,
way.
that's
You
what he
way.
did but it,
Yeah, and then the
fucking-
crash
it
happened.
crashed, and
But if
he
he'd have
was-
left it in, it would have
Yeah.
gone right
Well,
back
his
up.
portfolio wasn't broad enough.
Yeah,
If your
that
portfolio is broad enough, you don't have to worry about
If
shit
he,
like
he
that.
probably had a lot of real estate and shit. And that's what everything that crashed with real estate. All the companies that did all that stuff. Because it was like they basically were just ripping people. They were. They did the movie The Big Short, and I've seen clips on Instagram. Instagram or whatever. I haven't watched the movie yet.
Okay.
But it's these two banker guys, and they're like, we just gave everyone loans.
Yeah.
We
yeah.
fudged it.
I get you. You can't do that. That's why.
No, but then instead of actually bailing out the people who they
But
fudged the loans.
that's how I feel about us with our fucking debt. It's like, why do we have this debt? Like, yes, I get that money is fake. This whole
Yeah, it's
concept of
pretty fake.
economy,
Yeah.
like,
You're gonna have debt because you're taking care of a lot of people.
No, it's
No,
also what
I'm-
is it that
I'm
being?
So
saying-
you're gonna have a certain degree of debt. You can't get around it.
We have this debt because we fought those wars.
Of course.
That's why we have the debt. Plain and
Military.
simple.
Military is the
They
reason
fought
why.
fucking a 22-year war in Afghanistan. You do realize that they rebuilt Afghanistan. We blew it up and
yes,
then rebuilt
it was the dumbest shit. Yes,
That's why we have debt. And
I remember what life was like before that day.
Before 9/11?
Yeah, it was completely different.
Yeah.
You can't say that it wasn't.
The
whole world we live in changed immensely that day, as I'm sure.
The only reason why
I'm sure Vietnam did it to the old days.
The only reason why it was what it was because it happened to white people instead of Arabs, Mexicans.
Yeah, because shit like that was happening like it is now.
All around the world, but wasn't nothing touching American citizens.
This is America. Fuck them.
Yeah, well.
I don't give a fuck about another country. This is America.
Yeah, but you got to live on Earth, man.
Yeah, but I don't live where they live.
Yes, you do. You might not think you do.
All right, I'm going to give a spoiler to, you're not going to watch it, and you probably won't watch it either. There's a TV series called Paradise.
Okay.
It's on Hulu.
I've heard about it. I haven't seen it.
Basically, they're in, like...
I don't believe in paradise.
Shut up. It's a city called Paradise.
He said, shut up.
The city, you get the first episode, and it's basically the president has been knocked out, or he's dead, like killed in his house.
Okay.
Right? In his neighborhood. It's kind of weird. And, it's because he's supposed to be vice president. I think that's what you think. But then it turns out that they're in a fucking bunker. They basically put a city that has 25,000 people in it in a fucking mountain.
Okay.
Like they built a giant city in a mountain.
They probably have those too.
Yeah, they do have those.
And they did it because I guess there's a fucking volcano underneath Antarctica.
Yeah.
A super volcano.
Well, there's a giant one in Yellowstone.
I know, but there's one in Antarctica too.
Okay.
And,
Calderas.
And I guess it went off.
Okay.
And when it went off, well, they went to the bunker, yeah, but it basically wiped out all of the cities.
Yeah,
Sydney, all of them are gone. Like they showed one of the videos during the day of, the lady's standing there on top of a 20 story building. I think she said it was a 22-story building. She's on top of it, and you look over, and the fucking wave is three buildings higher than the fucking 20-story building that you can see across. That's how big the wave was. And it came and it went up and then it came back. And then basically the soot, that's the thing. It went from Antarctic all the way to the North Pole.
Right.
Like New York, gone.
And then back
wiped
up.
off the planet. Fucking Florida, completely gone. All completely underwater. Because it goes up once, and then it comes back down, and it goes up again.
It gathers energy.
Yeah, it just destroys everything. So that's what happens in this show. It's kind of fucking crazy. Because you think that nukes are happening, and some nukes did get fired because China and Russia start going to war when it happens. Because it's like within fucking hours, the shit's wiped out. Like within 25 minutes or 35 minutes of it going off, it wiped out Sydney. So like Australia was gone within 20 minutes. It was kind of crazy. It was like super fast. So they get him to the whatever, blah blah blah. But he also supposedly in the football. You know what the football is, right?
No.
The football. You never drop the football.
Oh yeah,
the football is the thing that the president can use to launch the whole fucking arsenal at once.
Yeah, I know what the football is.
Supposedly, in the story, they claim that there was that only the president knows, but the guy had put in a failsafe to where if it would release an EMP across the planet, which should knock all nukes out the air, but it's going to disable all the fucking electronics. It's going to take us back to the Stone Age.
Yeah, good.
That's some good.
That's what he wants,
what
man.
I want. I think
that's what you think you want.
No, I mean when
it happens, you're gonna be like, well,
I understand it's horrible, but it's not about me. It's about every tomorrow.
What?
What are you talking about?
Like if we reset, if we got rid of computers,
we're never going to reset, bro.
Yes, we will.
No, we won't.
solar flare could easily do that.
Hold on.
That's not a reset.
That's not us resetting. That's
That's
just,
Mother Nature taking care of
there's a
business.
chance. Again, it
We're
could
not
happen.
gonna- well, I mean, I would do it. Fucking you. 'Cause I would much rather fucking, like, if I was you know, crazy villain in a movie, my thing wouldn't be to nuke the world. It would be to fucking take out the internet and power.
I mean, that's how they topple regimes. Might happen here. That was another good show. Oh, I forget what it's called, but that was the idea. Basically, these people went to some vacation home, and it turned out that some country had attacked us cyber. So, like, they had taken over our fucking infrastructure, shut down the internet, fucking took over the fucking Teslas, took all the automated cars and started using them as weapons. It was a cool ass show.
He said, it's a cool ass show.
It was cool. It was well done. Like, cause you kind of don't know what's happening, but you know something's not right, cause they're far enough away from it that they're
So it was an apocalyptic movie.
yeah,
Apocalypse.
but it wasn't. That's the thing. It wasn't all over the world though. It was just the
Oh, okay.
United States.
Just one area.
Someone was attacking us,
I get you.
and that's what caught. Like, they basically, you know, like China or something was trying to shut us down. And again, China would never try to shut us down because China's economy relies. Well, actually, we're not that big of a part of their economy anymore.
We still are.
No, we're only like 20%.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we are.
Well, they
In certain areas,
they make a lot of
we're technically much more advanced than the Chinese.
I don't.
they
think
make a
want
lot
actually
of money off of us because, like,
What do you mean they make money? Like who?
okay, China buys our trash, or we pay China to take our trash from us, and essentially China dumps it in the ocean or the clothes they put in the deserts in, like, the fucking
What the fuck are you talking about?
China does this.
Why would they do? We have dumps.
No, our dumps would go to them. Like, a
No,
lot
but
of
we
us,
have fucking
when it-
dumps. We have
yeah,
places
when
where
the-
garbage goes.
When the dumps are full, we have to.
We don't fill. They're
That's
not
how they
fully.
get our metal and stuff.
No, that's scrap.
They buy-
That's different.
Yeah, but they buy our scrap and all
Yeah.
that too.
Okay. They buy our soybeans too. You know that, right?
Yeah,
Like, one of the biggest producers of soy is us, and
Yeah.
it's for China.
just like Ukraine is a large.
bunch of soy fields in Nebraska.
Which
You,
is why
you know that
Putin wants it.
Ukraine feeds
Yes.
like most of
It's
Asia.
the fertile belt.
Yeah,
Yes. I understand why it's a highly contested
yeah.
area.
Because if you cut off their food, then you have power. That's why that's a very key
Yeah.
place. You control the food, then
I know.
you control the beans. That's
What is this?
That.
What is it called?
SO number 2.
so.
S.O.?
Smitty organic seed. I don't know why
Okay.
they give it a
You
name.
know what I think would be fun?
It has a distinctive taste.
I was thinking about, like, just growing a plant. I think it'd be fun to go to just, like, go to the dispo, get like a little fucking rando, and, like, do a grow off. Like, everybody that
Excuse me.
grows, like, go get a plant, grow it, see who grows the best plant.
What?
They sell, like, starter plants up at the dispo, right?
They do?
Yeah.
Oh God, I wouldn't use those.
Well, you could check them out.
They sell them
They're all
at flea markets. They sell them.
Yeah.
They're feminized, that's fine, but people ain't giving away their good shit. No, dude, I'm telling you, they're not giving away their good shit. Because
They're
again,
not-
most people suck
They're
it.
not giving them away. You
That's
could
not what I'm
pay top dollar.
I know that, but my point is if the dispo's selling it, it's selling it to someone
It's
who's
not
not.
$1 million plant.
No, it's not.
I get what you're saying, but you could bring it with something else, and it could be.
Because again, if I gave most people Deadhead, they would hate it. Because they wouldn't grow up properly. It would look like shit and it wouldn't grow very well. So
Yeah.
that's the tough thing. People
And then
buy
it
those.
looks completely different when you grow it than when I did. You know, like it's.
So, because I would love to do that. That'd be awesome to own a greenhouse and have fucking plants that are in different stages. So you can just be like, here, take it home, keep it under the light, shut it off, make sure you shut it off, feed it, water it. 2 weeks from now, cut it down, trim it up, it's ready to go. How sweet would that be? A fucking, you're gonna get, a couple ounces off it.
Yep.
If you're, no, ounce and a half
Okay.
at the most. A little 2 gallon.
Mm-hmm.
How long would I have to keep something veg if I just wanted to do it like 3 gallon? Like something.
What?
If I just wanted like a little 3 gallon.
I mean, those are 3 gallons on the end.
Those are 3 gallons. Yeah, so.
I don't know.
As long as you want.
You just have to be like, okay, well, it's this high, and I know it's going to go this high.
Yeah.
Do I want this high, this high, this high? Do I want more? Do I want
Yeah.
less?
It's gonna have to be a closet, maybe.
Yeah, probably. Oh, fuck, I gotta call my cousin. He wanted to call him. Shit.
Let's just go.
Yeah, this stuff's fine.
Better than what I've been smoking. Oh yeah, I had one good one. It was a Larry OG. It was
Larry.
Larry OG. It was
About 5 years ago, that
Not bad.
that was the shit. About 5 years ago.
No, that was like 10 years ago.
No.
Dude, 5 years ago was COVID.
yeah.
Well, you know what I mean.
I know that.
I'm guesstimating.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's crazy how much.
That wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, it always does.
Speaking of that, time flew down.